So this is a video that I don't really think needs an opening. It would just kind of slow us down. Johnny Depp lost his court case against The Sun, which, in my opinion, look, I should re-quote what I said a few days ago in the video talking about, this eventual announcement that would come today, in that if somebody is guilty, if I want them to be proven guilty, and ultimately you should face punishment, okay? And I do stand by that. I stand by that kind of justice in the world. Firstly, the justice of you don't just believe somebody because of their race, their skin color, their gender, whatever. You don't just believe them. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. You prove them guilty, and then once they are, then we can, we go from there. Then I feel like, again, if you actually did it, then the punishment needs to be the punishment. Now, a few things to note. Number one, this is not a case that results in like Johnny Depp going to jail or anything, okay? This is literally just a case in which he was suing The Sun, right? A European, a British, a journalist company, right? Or like a publication, newspaper publication, for basically lying about him, saying, publishing these things that he had 14 accounts of doing stuff to Amber Heard. I'm going to try to be careful with select words just in case YouTube decides to be terrible. So that's the situation. That's what happened. That's what Johnny Depp was going for. And through the entire court case, the judge has found that that is not the case. They sided with The Sun. And by doing so, by the way, the judge said that he feels very confident that there was at least 12 accounts that Johnny Depp did stuff to Amber Heard, and that The Sun was in the right, basically, to do what they did, and Johnny Depp and his team going after Amber Heard and saying that she was a liar and all that stuff, that, going after that hoax. I think that was actually verbatim what they called it. It was a hoax that's not actually true, and that everything's fine. So, well, number one, let me quickly say this. I do want to promote something here. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15, I tweeted this. I was tweeting the past couple days about this, and I'll be continuing it as this trial goes on, because Johnny Depp did appeal it. So there is more to come with this case. And then, of course, there's obviously the one in the U.S., which is not going to look very good for him at all at this point. But you know what? Who knows? So, again, if you aren't following me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is a Twitter. The link for it is in the description below. And also, if you guys like this stuff, because I have been covering this on YouTube, make sure if you guys aren't already subscribed that you are subscribed. It sucks. This absolutely... So, I mean, I don't take back what I said in the beginning of the video, and I don't take back believing in justice and stuff like that, but at the same time, this is truly ridiculous. So I'm sorry for any Amber Heard fans, like any Amber Heard diehards, but you're not going to find I am a channel that respects other people's opinions, that welcomes other people's opinions, but I just don't feel like people that are on Amber Heard's side on this are going to like me very much, or going to like the channel very much, because I just can't bring myself to believe it. And you can call me hypocritical, you can call me whatever word you want, and maybe I am, because ultimately, if there was conclusive evidence that Johnny Depp did do it, or basically maybe not even that, just that what he was claiming The Sun, going after them, that wasn't the case. You gotta, at some point, maybe you have to accept it, but I'm definitely not willing to. And also, based off of all the stuff. Now, we didn't see everything that the judge saw. We didn't hear every word that the judge heard, all this stuff. But at the same time, we heard and saw quite a bit through just people that were reporting on it. And if it wasn't clear that Amber Heard was lying or exaggerating or just flat out making things up, and people close to her, people close to Johnny Depp, them to themselves, if that didn't prove it, I really don't know what will. Now, also a thing to remember, and I feel like this is also kind of the way the world is going, and maybe people are right, that, legal systems like this are fixed and legal systems like this are corrupt. I definitely think you could even look here in the good old United States to the FBI, right? Now, I won't go to conspiracy or political or whatever on you, but I do believe that there are bad people throughout all. Now, there's also a lot of good people, and I think the good people probably overwhelm the bad. Maybe they're silent, but they're definitely good. But at the end of the day, there are bad people, and there's corruptness going on throughout everything. If it's in the United States, it's in the UK as well. You know what I mean? So there are bad people and bad systems and bad justices and if you want to say that, bad courts, bad whatever, those exist all throughout the world. The issue here is the biggest thing is this. This was the case that, again, no one's going to jail over this, and no one's one's going to jail over the U.S. one in the new year, in January, February, whenever that thing starts. No one's going to jail, but this ruins Johnny Depp. I mean, I like. Oh my God, I really don't get it. I know people are, and even I have to an extent gone after like canceling Amber Heard. I mean, at this point, it would only be fair because of what they did to Johnny Depp. I'm not a fan of canceling whatsoever, unless you do something like extremely wrong. Now, I would say for Amber Heard's case, if she was making it up, lying, exaggerating, and she ruined this guy, Johnny Depp, if she ruined this man's entire career, yeah, she should probably be quote-unquote canceled. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of a fair punishment for doing something like this. The reverse, though, is sadly what we're in right now, where the legal system in the UK just decided that, no, that actually, I mean, they kind of inadvertently said it, but yeah, it actually happened. So what does this do? Well, Johnny Depp, I feel like, is in a lot of trouble. Again, not in the case of law, like going to jail, but this, how do you come back from this? He's filming Fantastic Beasts 3. We've been talking about Pirates 6 for basically our entire lives on this channel. And it's something that, and I don't know if people necessarily understand this about me or the channel, too. I mean, it means so much to me. I mean, not necessarily Johnny Depp as a person. I do think he's a good person. He's obviously done a lot of bad things. He's done some bad, he's used some bad products, stuff like that. We can say things like that. I mean, yeah, he is a little messed up. I don't think that's, okay, maybe he's a lot messed up. I don't think that's unfair to say. But what he means as Jack Sparrow, what he means in Pirates, specifically, honestly, Pirates. If you guys know the history of the channel, you'll know how much Pirates is important to me and how important it is to the channel. I would say I need him in a Pirates 6. I need a proper farewell to Jack. So I don't want to make this like fully a Pirates video in case people just don't care. But I mean, I think a lot of people see him as Captain Jack Sparrow, right? And not just that, but all the other iconic characters he's played, plus the fact that, will he, like, what do you do? If he loses this permanently, so the appeal doesn't work, whatever happens because of that, he does the U.S. one, he loses that one, okay? Which now his legal team says they're confident about it because they hope that there's basically not going to be corruption and, like, liars going on, okay, in the U.S. side. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll probably be the same thing, but they feel confident about it. But say they lose that one too. I mean, do you fire him after Fantastic Beasts 3? You say, okay, we just cannot keep somebody that the public opinion, or like not even, no, I'll actually get to that. We can't keep someone who the legal opinion on is that he did this stuff to Amber Heard. We just can't do that. So does he get fired? Does Disney permanently not bring him back? I mean, we know they're not bringing him back right now, but do they say, all right, Jerry Bruckheimer, right? We know that maybe you had planned, like you had a loose little thing in mind in case he was available and we could get him back for Pirate 6, but you just got to go and you got to do a spin-off now. Like, we just can't do it with him. Do those things happen? I mean, I'm not going to lie to people. I really do feel like we're really, really close to those situations happening. This is a negative. There's no other way of painting it. This is a negative video. This is, I would say, almost a pessimistic video. Let me give some optimism here, too. Let me give just a little bit of optimism. The optimistic side is this. Yes, legally, legally we could say different systems are corrupt and stuff. Legally, obviously, they ruled in favor of the son and against Johnny Depp. What I do want to say is public opinion is, I would say, not all, because even people in my own following, have said that, have been against it. But I would say 90% plus, I would go so far as to say that, are on his side. You look at Twitter, you look at the hashtags, justice for Johnny Depp was trending. Johnny Depp in general is trending. Amber Heard is... different words, like painting Amber Heard as the villain is like one of the highest trending things on Twitter right now. So Amber Heard is not likable, like whatsoever. She's not likable. I don't think she has a big group on her side. Johnny Depp does. And this could be an example that different liberal, and I will go so far as to say this, different liberal left people will say, oh my God, you're supporting a woman blank, or you're like raising him up, which is just stupid. And I feel like that is going to be a twist that we quickly see at some point. But honestly, I don't know if we would see that twist, because again, you got to read the room. And when I think the room, not the movie, but when the room in general almost entirely like is on his side, and you could see it. The public opinion is on his side, not on Amber Heard's side, is on his side. And when you have that, well, number one, I do think there's some strength to that. And number two, I mean, at this point, say if he loses both, and permanently he loses both, there's nothing else you can lean on to positively besides that. So if you're looking to get him into Pirates 6, the only way is saying, I mean, hey, like maybe he did do it, and for some reason these people online or these people in general just are still on his side. I mean, I know people that aren't on social media that are also still on Johnny's side. So I really feel like it's not just the people that live on the internet. I really feel like it's the people in general that are on his side. So we'll have to see where it goes. It's one of the most disappointing things I've ever seen, I feel like, almost in my life. I actually would go so far to say that because I know some people weren't, but I was pretty confident that he was going to be like okayed, like that he would actually win or something positive. And seeing that article when I woke up, it was like, wow, I cannot believe it went this way. So again, we'll see what happens with Pirates 6. We'll see what happens in the future. I'll keep my eyes out on this court case. Again, it's being appealed, so there's more things to go. And then again, in the new year, we're going to get the Amber Heard situation in the U.S., okay, the U.S. case. So I'll be covering both of them. Again, if you like that, and I talk about Pirates too, Pirates like specifically, which I will be continuing, by the way, as well. If you guys like that, make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. Again, if you're not following me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle, and I will see you all on the next video.